established in 2010. Established in 2010. Goods and service tax is a comprehensive tax levied on manufactured sales and consumption of goods and services at a national level. GST is a tax on goods and services with the allocation of each state. GST will include many states and central level direct tax. To all, to all drawbacks of our present tax system. Uh, what is GST? GST is a comprehensive values added tax on goods and services. It is collected on value added each stage of the sale of purchase in the supply chain. At all stages of production, all stages in production and extraction taxes are passed through. The tax is the tax is borne by the final consumer. February 2006, first time introduced concept of the GST and announced the date of its implementation in 2010. January 2000, first GST study by Socha released by Dr. Shaw. February 2007, FM announced the introduction of GST from 1st April 2010 in budget. GST is being introduced with majority due to generations. Due to multiple tasks, there are multiple taxes. GST is a tax component in the benefits of the GST. Transparent tax system, uniform tax system across India, reduced tax evasion, export will be more tax competitive.
Ask for any part.
Anybody have any notes?
What are the benefits of common people of GST?
They will pay the tax directly. On recent days, people are paying by their pocket. Nowadays, they are directly paying the tax by paying the goods. Anybody else? Thank you, Amin.
Good morning all, my name is Vishnupriya. Good morning all, my name is Vishnupriya and I'm going to tell you all about hacking. What is hacking? Hacking is an activity of identifying the weakness of a system for stealing personal or business data is known as hacking. Who is a hacker? The person who breaks into the computer using his technical skills is known as a hacker. Not all hackers are bad. There are three types of hackers: white hat hackers, black hat hackers, and grey hat hackers. person who, who steals the information and who works under an organization with legally and work in a proper manner. Black hat hackers are a person. Black hat hackers are also known as unethical hackers. They are persons who steals the information illegally, and by doing that type of things, they can be arrested. Grey hat hackers are the people who lies between white hat hackers and grey hat hackers. Grey hat hackers steal the information unethically, but for doing a good cause. What? Why do hackers hack? Hackers hack for stealing information, for getting financial gains, and also some hackers do that for disrupting the services. Next, I want to conclude about this topic. My conclusion about hacking is we have to keep our passwords secure, and we shouldn't share our passwords with others from not being hacked. We can use firewall and other security systems from not being hacked. I have seen an example recently that a person, he is a grey hat hacker. He is from India. He have hacked a Google company. And he have sent Google company a mail that he have hacked Google and told about what's the weakness in their system. And he did it illegally, but he got job, but he didn't do anything bad. So they gave job for him, and now he's well settled. So that we can tell that we can use hacking for both good and bad causes. Thank you. Any questions? Thank you.
B7. B7. Next, B8 and B9, be ready. You are only going to be the ones.
Stop that.
Not that stops.
No, nothing.
Okay, fine. You are B7. B8 and B9, be ready. Which means that you should not leave the camera empty.
Yes.
Good morning, everyone. This is Antarshita, and I want to present my views about the topic of household chores should be shared. Household chores are nothing but household works. It is the most unspoken topic nowadays. Responsibility. Sharing of household works is a responsibility. It's a shared responsibility. Household works doesn't mean in a house between family members. It must be between the children and spouses and friends and roommates in your respective rooms. Household works include cleaning, washing, cooking. Many of the people think that these are simple activities, are not too difficult to do. But doing these things every day is very demanding. And you can concentrate on the second point. This is the way to maintain peace and harmony with your family. How sharing of household works helps in maintaining harmony and peace in the family. Moving to the next slide. It gives family members an opportunity to interact with each other. It can increase the communication between the family members. During sharing at that time, you can able to understand the family members' behaviors, how they are responding to the works. From now till now, we have discussed about what are the advantages of sharing of household works. But what is the the main challenge we are facing to share this household works. It is balancing of time. Nowadays, many people are working from morning 9 o'clock to evening 7 o'clock. They come home tired. Even though they want to help, even though they want to help and take part in household works, they are not unable to do it. So if you can manage your time correctly, when you have free time or even in Sundays, you can help your mom in doing household works. Thereby it can reduce the family stress. I want to finally say that doing this household works is not gender related. It is not only women based. If you have such instinctions, please break the stereotypes and start sharing the work. Please have a look at the picture in the slide. It is taken from the movie The Great Indian Kitchen. The movie deals with the issues of household work sharing and suffering, domestic violence, everything, and it also tells about very sensitive and unspoken issues that are not spoken. So if you want to know more about this sharing of household works, you can watch the movie. It is available on YouTube and Netflix. Before Thanksgiving, I want to ask if any one of you have any queries or if you have any opinions or ideas to share, please let me know. Thank you.
Hi everyone, this is Utesh. I am here to present my topic, history of rocketry. Why I chose this topic because I have aspired and desire about rockets in my childhood. So I have decided to take this topic and explain about rockets and its. Moving on to the next slide. Rockets are used as rockets are used in warfares in 80s of the 1900s. Chinese used these rockets as weapons to invade Mughals, Mughal emperors. Chinese attempted to repel the Mughal emperors in 1980. They used rockets filled with gunpowder, and they have launched.
What are you doing dear? Are you really present? Or are you worried about that century? Are you worried about 16th century and the life of those people? Your voice is telling that worriness.
Rockets are used in warfare in 13th centuries to Chinese militaries attempt to invade Mughal emperors. Mughal emperors they used rockets. They used rockets filled with gunpowders and launched against them. It had very large impact on them. Large impact in those days. Moving on to the slide. In rockets, the heart is known as engine. It was invented in 1810. Invented in 1810 by Ram. He was known as Hero of Alexandria. As we can see the picture, a spear which was attached to a kettle containing water that has the fire as it light up, the steam is going into the sphere and a force literally comfort the engine and starts to move. So this is the great invention in those days, which was also known as art of rocket. Moving on to the next slide, the first rocket, which was the first rocket.
Why did you stop? Why are you stopping? The time is just been appointed.
The first rocket was invented by Robert Goddard.
Vash, you are not understanding what we are telling you here. The time is set for 3 minutes, where you have to complete your presentation in 3 minutes. And that states that your time is done. That doesn't mean you will end up abruptly without giving a sentence or something. We want you to conclude with a sentence or so. You have a conclusion.
So I want to conclude the history of rockets, which will drive the future to space. And, so I want to conclude my topic.
It's not your topic. You don't have copyrights on that.
So I want to conclude this history of rocketry. Does anyone have any thoughts, please?
Any questions? Yes.
How many rocket launching stations are in India?
Around 57.
Yes.
So, what would be the future advanced rockets in India? Like SpaceX, how can it compete with this? How can ISRO can compete with SpaceX?
As we can see, the SpaceX is developed very little bit more than ISRO, but the idea should be latest and the scientific methods should be changed. Thank you.
Why are you talking in Telugu?
Hi everyone. Hi everyone. This is Akata. Today I am going to present the topic about Internet of Things. Today Internet of Things playing a huge role in everyone's life. Internet of Things. Internet of Things means there are so many physical things which are connected by Internet. So the data between the things are transferred over the network. So every system having unique address. Present to practice IPv6. IPv6 means Internet Protocol version 6. Every system has a unique address. So over the network, the system is identified by IPv6. The best example for Internet of Things is when we are going on a bus, if the bus is low, then the sensor the drive equals low, the impulse is low. So that is indicated by a sensor. The sensor is well for Internet of Things. When we go into a house, automatically the AC will turn on, and then when you go into a house, when you go into a house, the AC is automatically turned on. It is due to the sensor. The sensor is
Maintain eye contact.
when you go into a house, the AC will automatically turn on and the fans will automatically turn on. This is due to the sensors. The sensors will work due to the Internet of Things. The sensors will have an IP address and the sensors will and the air conditioner and fans are automatically send data over a network. This is known as Internet of Things. Nowadays, hospitals, ambulances, vehicles, the Internet of Things playing a key role. For example, the 2015 10 billion objects are 10 billion. For example, in 2015 10 billion objects are connected to internet. Nowadays, in 2000, like for 2020, the first 23.8 billion dollars connected to over internet. For example, for 2028, for each person, there is at least 10 traffic connected to internet. Student graph, the graph shows 6.9 billion people connected to 11.5 billion devices. 7.3 billion people connected to 24 billion devices. 7.2 billion people connected to 50 billion devices. 8.4 billion people in 2025. 80 billion devices connected. That is the power of an Internet of Things. So I conclude that Internet is playing a key role in everyone's life. Is any question? Is any question?
Suppose devices are connected to IoT, there will be more aspect or a chance for a hacking rate. Then how can this could be avoided? If devices are connected to IoT, if suppose a third party company is trying to hack these systems, then how can you avoid this from hacking?
So, as a broadband network works 556 or other broadcasting systems like 5.1.2 or for internet user protocols ECE-S. By using that type of network, we can't hack the IoT devices.
IoT hardware or software?
IoT things are physical, but for software development, IoT things are physical, but the data transfer over network is software. Is there any other questions? Only ask questions. Thank you.
Basics. Stop reading from the slides or stop dumping completely what is there on the slide or on the screen. Present your topic, present your thoughts, present what are you willing to tell to the people. Present it, don't speak.
A very pleasant morning to everyone. This is Shravani from ECE-B. I am here to present the effects of child marriages. I choose this topic because actually child marriages are happening in so many villages. In India, above 45% of girls are married below 18 years of age. Not only girls, even boys. But the actual marriageable age for male is prescribed as 21 years and that of the girl is 18 years. So, child marriage is considered as one of the bonding and hot issue in the Indian society. Let us discuss about the Let us discuss about the regions responsible for the child marriages. The main reasons responsible for the child marriages are poverty of families, inequality, avoiding expenditure on girls' education, And sometimes culture and tradition which also becomes a reason for child marriages. And the another reason is social inequality. Many people have this perception that married women is much more safer than unmarried women because unmarried women are viewed with malicious intentions, and these malicious intentions leads to crimes. So be secure from these crimes. The parents are in a hurry to marry their daughters at below 18 years of age. Let us discuss about the effects of child marriages. The effects of child marriages are lack of care, early pregnancies, desire for male child. Due to desire for male child, the uncles conceive still they give birth to a male child, and this affects their health. And the uncles do not know how to manage or how to plan the families, and they feel overburdened with the domestic work. Like this, there are so many effects due to child marriages. And we have some laws against these child marriages. The Child Marriage Restraint Act and the Prohibition of Child Marriage Act and the Hindu Child Marriage Act. Like this, there are so many acts against the child marriages. By using these laws, we can reduce the child marriages because child marriage is more hard than good. Thank you. If anyone has any thank you.
Good morning all, this is Bharati from ECE-B. Now I'm here to present topic, the power of youth to change the society. Before moving to the topic, youth is the phase where we are now. Youth. Youth is the time between our childhood and adulthood. It is the phase where we learn more things and we want to, and we can know the dreams, what are our dreams we will know about it. Youth. Youth can hold the power, political power in their hands. We can see more groups like SFI, students, sports, they can hold the power in their hands by keeping new rules, by sharing their thoughts to other people, for to make country from developing nation to developed nation. They can change the nation by from developing to developed nation. They can implement their thoughts. They from their creativity ideas they share to the other people. They can develop the country. Youth participation is important because youth are the country's power. We can see in the elections, we can see in our country's population, most of the people are youth. So in the election, youth can change the leader by their power. Youth are strong forces in social movements. By participating in any movements, rallies, we can see more rallies are running by youth. They educate children about their rights. I want to conclude that youth is like a fire. It kept forward, a spark growing into flame, the brightening into a blaze. By the one people idea, becoming a king, they can change the world. Thank you. Are there any queries?
India has 30% of youth compared to very major countries. But why India is still developing country? Why can't we?
Because the youth does not have unity in the unity. Are there any queries? Thank you.
First step towards
Who's that?
Good morning, one and all. This is Fatima, and my topic is about role of education in rural development. Due, due to lack of attention,
take the
Take the microphone into your hand.
due to lack of attention in
Keep it closer to your mouth.
schools education, not all village schools are getting equal education. Some of them are suffering from proper guidelines, right direction in learning and choosing the studying subject materials.
You are reading from the slides. We told you to present, not read from the slides. Give your idea. Don't read. Come on, start.
In villages, due to lack of education, there are suffering many problems. And these problems are solved by standardization and globalization. Problems in village education system. Lack of proper guidelines towards purchasing job and lack of on-demand knowledge and lack of equality education. There are suffering many problems. Education is one of the powerful instrument for all. Um, in village, this is not there. So there are facing many problems. Education is equal key to enhance India's competitiveness in the global economy. Overall picture, education is provided by public sector. Child education is compulsory because all should have equal education. 35% of population is still illiterate. Only 15% of Indian studies reach the high school. Anyone have any? Thank you.
What did you do just now?
Down so much of content you want in slides and then
You didn't even practice. You had 1 week. How do you think you'll get marks with this kind of performance?
I was mentioning very clearly before you, some of you people were starting the presentations. Do not read what is there on the slides. And you keep on, you kept on doing the same. What is the difference between reading a slide and talking about the slide and presenting what is there on slide? When you read, you're just reading something like that is not for the pleasure also, just for the sake of reading. That's it. You have to read. You just read. The second one is you start talking about the slide, which means you have learned something about the slide or the information about the slide, and you're just talking about it. Presenting is something which you have to own the topic for yourself, and you should present your own ideas on the topic you have chosen. And that was not happening with anyone. And please don't expect to get good marks in your presentations because you're not presenting first. At least the others, by observing your friends' mistakes, try not to read or tell. Try to present.
Hi, this is Krishna. Hi, this is Krishna. Today I am going to present a topic about evolution of cell phones.
So you're P2?
Who and when invented cell phone? Cell phones are invented by the engineer of Cell phone is invented by Martin Cooper in 1984. He is an engineer of Montreal. And pros of a cell phones. Pros of a cell phones. We can use our mobile phone by communicating or by using emails, and we can call a person from another world or another place. And we can also use a computer things in our mobile phones, and we can also pay in online purpose. Cons of a mobile phones. We are using more time for social media, and we are getting eyesight and health issues by mobile phones, and we are so addicted to the mobile phones. Comparing to tab and computers, as you can show in the figure, tablets are more useful and comfortable to use by comparing to laptops. And laptops are more and wide, and it is needed only internet. By for comparing to a laptop and to tablet is less in weight and less in cost. As you can show in the graph, in 1994, we are using telecom mobile phones. In 2020, in 2002, we are using keypad phones. By now, in 2020 and in 22, we are using mobile phones with 4G and 5G. Fun facts about mobile phones. An average person uses his mobile phones and unlocks his mobile phones in more than 100 times. And as our you can know about is the first call made for telecom mobile phones is 1974. And the conclusion about mobile phones is we should use mobile phones in limited time, and we should use only for our purpose and to help, and not to enjoy by seeing it, because we are getting diseases and eyesight support on mobile phones. As our Guru says, cell phones is cells of the human beings. So Thar is actually saying about the conclusion. We should use only our mobile phones as purpose, not for entertainment. Any queries about my presentation?
Any questions?
Thank you.
B3, come.
Your PPT is uploaded. Where is it?
Not this. Why?
Hi everyone, this is Mohan. Now I want to say about Indian Army. What is Indian Army? Indian Army is the one of the land-based branch, land-based branch. The Indian Army is the lead the Prime Minister, President of India, Supreme Commander of Indian Army.
You can explain what is your ideology. Do it.
The objectives of Indian Army. The objectives of Indian Army. They are patrolling borders, high security, humanitarian of disturbances, parades, the amazing facts of Indian Army. India has the biggest volunteer in the world. Indian Army has the biggest volunteer in the world. India controls the highest number battlegrounds in the world. At 5,000 meters above the mean sea level, Indian soldiers are considered among the very best in high altitude and mountain warfare. The Indian Army High Altitude Welfare School and one of the most military training centers in the world. It is it is frequently special teams from UK and US and Russia. In India, in India, in Indian Army, many terror attacks were happened. One of the worst attack was Pulwama attack. It was held in 19th February 2019 in Jammu Kashmir. It is It is responsible for the Pakistan terrorists in that attack. So many soldiers are died. Thank you. Is there any questions?
What is the age limit of Indian Army? What is the age limit of Indian Army?
21 to 25. Okay, thank you.
A pleasant morning to all. Today's topic is animal
That is not today's topic.
We are going to discuss about animals should not be used for entertainment. Um, what is what is the use of animals for entertainment? Animals they are used for entertainment in zoos and circus and for horse riding and in many ways and in marines they are used in many ways and entertainment sometimes the emotional they diverging and engaging of not essential to human life but may increase quality of life, positive emotions. Animals in entertainment suffer immensely and they can't say through their words but they suffer and we treat cruelly for our uses uh, and we should not use for entertainment forms of entertainment they use in zoos and circuses, monkeys, and in various places, bullfightings, uh, and benefits of animals and entertainment, horses for racing and hunting, uh, show jumping, and camels for racing, cattle, bullfighting, and elephants, lions for circus, dogs, bears for fighting, benefits and harms to people. By treating them in harsh manner, we may get harmed, they may get harmful, and the behavior of the animals can change harsh to us. Uh, Harm to people, gambling is addictive, animals seen as drug dealing.
What are you reading it for? What are you reading for, Nana? There is no much presentation there.
benefits to animals. Uh, they have good husbandry with us, and we treat well them. And
Prepare and come back again. Prepare for the presentation, and you will leave your parents again.
So, good morning to one and all present here. This is Venugopal and I'm here to present the topic, the possibilities of life on Mars. Basically, the story behind the possibilities of life on Mars not started just 5 years or 10 years back. It is the story from some before centuries when the explorers started exploring this world. Now, with the advent of new technologies into our world, we have started exploring even the whole solar system. So, then why in search of a new worlds? Because when coming to existence of our Earth, we are losing some of our natural resources and we are losing our species and even all these count of natural resources. So we are going for some other resources which are existing in new worlds. So then why Mars? Because there are some three instances that led to choose Mars. Basically, the first instance is the NASA's Viking landers in 1976. Basically, these Viking landers had an experiment of three gaseous experiments. One is a gas experiment, one is a label gas experiment, and a spiralative gas experiment. This gas experiment led to the exchange of gas between the Earth and this is probably a best evidence for this. So the second is like the fragments of Martian meteors, Allen's. Basically, some 65 million years ago, an cyclops means it is an interaction impact of Earth with the asteroids that are coming from this Mars. So it carried some evidences that it is formed from inorganic materials, but it consisting of some organic materials. This is saying that there are some fossil evidences that are leading that there are some seasonal changes in this world and this Mars. And third is like Mars rover. This Mars rover is able to capture the instances that are took over this Mars. Basically, the seasonal changes through this organic thing. Now, these three instances basically led to this even more future possibilities. The basically when coming to Mars in comparison with Earth, there are mainly first thing is like climate. Basically, the after Earth we can have this Mars in our solar order, so solar system order. So basically, it is having some temperature which is more even marginally cooler than Earth. At the same time, the speed of rotation of Earth is very more than compared to Mars, and even the day length. We are having similar day length. These are some most probable possibilities that will lead to having a life on a Mars. Basically, even there are some similar more features that are leading to for taking a life on Mars. The first one is this atmosphere, which is very similar to Earth, and it's this liquid state water which is found in the 1976 experiment. And even there are some geographical features like volcanoes, land areas, and which are very similar to Earth. At the same time, I already discussed about the day length and the magnetic field. There are some physical properties that are even more similar to Earth in Mars. So even the temperature, basically the marginally cooler. So as aspect of temperature, these are not suitable for us. So finally, I want to conclude that. There will be even more future scope for these possibilities. So I hope we can even go for a trip on a Mars in the next coming decades. Any queries?
Is there any life still not found in Mars?
No, no life is found. Basically, according to this NASA's reports. Any questions?
Is it possible for these many members to go on Mars?
It can be possible because actually we are in the stage of testing stage. So we are trying to like we are importing some of the humans basically like some count so that we can able to test whether we are able to can live on this Mars or not. Some people can live on Earth and some people can live on Mars. Any queries? Thank you.
I have to appreciate Venugopal. Good presentation.
Good morning, everyone. Topic is method of water conservation for future generations.
Go ahead and take it. Long time I asked to leave.
Water conservation. Water conservation refers to reducing the uses of water and recycling wastewater for different purposes such as cleaning, manufacturing, and agriculture irrigation. Method of method of water conservation. Close the tap while not in using. Every day we waste water, most of groundwater just for running tap without any reason. Uh, don't flush tissues. Some water bodies there in our bodies. Simple ways to conversations. Some refrigerators, hair condensations. Thank you. Any questions? Any questions? Who's going to ask a question? How to conserve water? We differ. Why you getting? Water we can refers to reducing the water.
అందరూ వాటర్స్ కట్టాయి వెల్స్
Wells. Thank you.
But your presentation is not there. Yeah, take the mic in your hand and start speaking. You can always.
Good morning, everyone. This is Akhil from ECE-B.
It's working. You don't have to do.
Good morning, everyone. This is Akhil from ECE-B. We are discussing about eating disorders, which is mainly youth are getting,
We love.
which is mainly suffering the youth with these eating disorders. So taking the less food and you're getting your body as very weak and eating some extracurricular activities.
No.
No, I'm still. Yesterday,
Next week.
next week, 2 members will come.
What 2 members are left? You are misusing the light. Start.
Good morning to everyone. My name is Vamsi.
Start.
Vamsi, start. I have a presentation of meditation. Meditation is an exercise of relaxing the body. Meeting mind of having the spirit encourages deepening of conscious awareness, facilities of deeper understand of self and others.
Thank you.
Meditation techniques has been developed and practiced throughout years. Meditation have four types: one concentrative and receptive and reflective, generative. Concentrative. Concentrative meditation is emphasizes the concentration of attention. The kind of meditation involves focusing the single object. We focus the so sentences of repetition involves we focus the we focus to see the candle in light of the candle. We focus and work on an object such as burning candle or paintings. Second one, mindfulness meditation. Mindfulness meditation is a focus on the
Focus on what?
meditation is a practice of actually the present.
Why are you reading from the slides? We told you to present, not read from the slides. Present your idea to the audience, not the slides. Come on. Do it. Do it. What are your thoughts when preparing the PPT? That is what you have to present to the audience. Come on. Do it. Will put 0 out of 10. Still present. Not waiting a second.
A very good morning to everyone. My name is P. Rao. I am from ECE-B. Now I want to present my idea on topic channels of communication. Channels of communication. Generally, what communication means? The flow of information is called as communication. Communication channel refers to the way we talk to other people or the way of transferring the communication from one person to another person. Basically, there are two types of communication, channels of communication. One is formal and another one is informal. The formal way. The formal communication is a communication which takes place through official organization and which runs according to the rules and regulations. In formal communications, it is classified into basically three types: vertical communication, horizontal communication, and diagonal communication. Vertical communication. Vertical communication is the type of communication between our and our senior faculty. It is basically divided between a high level employee to a low level employee. For suppose, when we want to talk to our HOD or principal madam, it comes under upward direction communication, which is vertical communication. Or otherwise, our HOD madam want to give our performance reports to us, it comes under downward communication. Next, vertical horizontal communication. Horizontal communication is type of communication which, for example, in a company there are two managers. For example, which consists of one production manager and quality checking manager, and there are different type of managers. The communication between the quality check manager and the opposite manager is come under horizontal communication. Next, diagonal communication. It is a hybrid between vertical communication and horizontal communication. For example, I am a production manager in one company, and in another company there is another quality checking manager. The communication between me and the opposite guy come under diagonal communication. Informal communication. Informal communication is a casual communication between co-workers in a place. For example, communication between our students in the class in a leisure period comes under informal communication, which consists of no rules and regulations. And finally, methods of communication. There are basically three types of communication: oral communication, written communication, and the communication which is done by our expressions. Oral communication. Oral communication, speeches and presentations come under oral communication. The voice call or video call will also come under oral communication. And written communication. Written communication is communication when we write letters to other people or an essays which supposed to group of people come under written communication. Non-verbal communication. Non-verbal communication can be done through hand signs or facial expressions or gestures. And finally, I want to conclude about the types of communication and means of communication. Thank you. Is there any queries regarding my presentation?
Aspects of horizontal communication.
What is it?
Drawbacks.
Drawbacks of
Horizontal communication.
horizontal communication.
Basically, there are not much drawbacks of horizontal communication, but it can't describe the way we talk to other people. It shows somewhat informal way and formal way. Does not clearly show the formal way of communication.
Any other
Any
questions?
other? Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. This is Akhil from ECE-B. Today, I want to say about eating disorders. Mainly, youth spoiling with these eating disorders. So many members are not eating very well and not eating sufficient food to take care. They are getting some insulting and they are not eating some proper food. Effects of eating disorders. Over one half of teenage girls and one third of teenage boys were unhealthy weight controls because they are dieting and wanting and taking some smokes and taking some beer and some wine according to that. Fasting is a mainly for girls. Fasting is a main affecting the eating disorders. Symptoms according to the eating disorders. Mainly the symptoms are occurs for who are dieting and who are not eating very well in the food and according to the time. Taking food is more taking food is more is also dangerous to the health. that disorders, they are mainly
Pause, take a deep breath and start.
mental conditions also not at all good at taking a normal health. Taking a nice food and taking a best time for eating a food and taking a soft drinks, it's good for your health. Don't eat too much and don't waste the food. Uh, See, health conditions are still good. Patients, just to mention the next day.
You're reading again.
Changes.
Give your thoughts to the audience. Don't read from the slides. If you're nervous, take a breath.
Food. Time to time, we were skipping the food. These are main qualities to get. We don't eat the food and taking more food, we get some disorders like anxiety and some more and more disorders. By the way, you are. Thank you. We have leaders.
You have concluded very abruptly. What exactly is your thought?
I want to explain about the eating disorders, which is youth and.
Then why didn't you present your idea but try to read from the slides?
I'm sorry to say, you need to be just I'm so sorry.
Vamsi? Switch on the mic.
Good morning to everyone. My name is Vishnu. Today I am presenting the topic is meditation. Meditation is relaxing of the body and when meditation is a relaxing the body is able to understand and others. Meditation are four types. One concentration, reflective and receptive and generative. First one concentrative is a focus the object in carefully. For example, we when dark room is to candle to light the candle in focus the light of the candle will certain and sound and we focus the candle we increase the our levels of concentration and focus the sounds and other sounds of the clock for example we increasing our ear
Listening.
listening speech. Second one receptive. Receptive is a focus the moment. We focus when object is focused when still to focus in sometimes focus we practice we focus the object to moving we understand to gain
Come on, you're going good. Don't stop in between. Continue.
we focus the object we will try to steps in ideas and knowledge with judgment in correct or wrong we are choosing the right or wrong with judgments. And the third one is reflective. Reflective is a inspiring to others. use
You are doing good. Continue. Don't stop and continue.
generic is focused completely to decision and to use love and increase your skills for like love and for like love and patience, etc. Any questions?
We are still going live. Your friends are presenting. I need the same silence you maintain there, except the gap. Checking out quickly and make sure you have uploaded. Who is the next one?
Ma'am.
What is your number? From your documents. You start.
Good morning, myself Satija. I'm from ECE-B. Here I am going to present a presentation for mass media.
Am I audible now? Can you speak with this?
Silence.
We communicate with each other.
Sir, what am I close to your mouth? Close to your mouth.
Video. Taking video.
Who is it? Can you tell the officer the number?
We are communicating with each other through newspapers, articles, and video. Mass media, advertising, journalism, even public related, social media, audio media, film and televisions. Advantages and disadvantages of mass media. It can keep us communicated, it can expand business, it can educate people get them educations within the minutes. Disadvantages, children are spoiled because of the mass media, misinformation are easily spread.
Newspaper, the first newspaper appeared on 17th century. Newspaper was the first form of media. Radio. Italian inventor has raised a radio attached to a kite drove 3,500 kilometers from the mountain. It was the best invention throughout the year. Television.
Explain your thought to the audience. Do not present, do not leave. Okay? Come on, present. Conclude. What is your conclusion?
My conclusion is mass media is the best communication for all the peoples who have the Android phones.
Okay?
Any questions?
Any questions? Do you all have?
Thank you.
Okay. How many more are left?
Two more. Four.